It's Good Morning, Anambra, Thursday edition. How are you? Hope you had a good night rest. The weather is very, very friendly these days, you know, at least even if it's hot in the evening. By the time it's 10, 11 p.m., everywhere starts getting cold, and then you sleep well. Okay, apart from the economic situation of the country, you don't have any reason not to sleep now. Welcome. My name is Ijama, and I'm here with...
I hope you had a very beautiful sleep last night and you're poised to meet what today will bring for you. Thanks for joining us this morning. My name is Ifi Onachukwu once again.
Okay, we'll take a break here. And when we come back, we'll introduce our guest to you. Okay, welcome again. Welcome. Joining us this morning is Sir Jerry Obodo. Sir Jerry Obodo is our public affairs analyst. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yeah, Ify.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. IJ.
Happy New Year. Dear.
Thank God, we crossed over.
Yes.
Yeah. Welcome, our viewers.
Okay. Yeah, our website, Ify.
Yes, on our website we have some stories there. We start with 2025 Armed Forces Remembrance Day. Saludo hails fallen heroes. Saludo optimistic. Mark Okoye will excel as SEDC MD. Saludo consoles victims of a Navy market fire, assures of solidarity. Former Ohaneze Ndigbo Vice President Okeko Gene drums support for new leadership of Ohaneze Ndigbo. On 2025 Executive Council retreat, Saludo calls for collective action to drive development agenda. FG receives over 250 new tractors. And then Marburg virus kills at least 8 people in Tanzania. The mention of a virus is scary. So these are the things that we have on ABS headlines, so you can get to our website and get more of it. Okay. Yes, yeah. Jerry.
Thank you very much. It contains, good news there. Let me start off with Saludo optimistic. Mark Okoye will excel as SEDC MD. That's Southeast Development Commission. The employment of Mark Okoye in that commission is like a square peg in the square hole. We have seen Mark Okoye, a young man here who was here as a Commissioner of Budget and Planning, and he did marvelously well, working with donor agencies, attracting investment into the state, Anambra State, and doing what he called from bottom to top budget presentation. That's where the involvement of the grassroots, the people that we consume, the package, not from top to bottom. After that, he was appointed also as the executive secretary of ANSIPA. ANSIPA, yes. And there too, he discharged himself, attracting FDIs, foreign direct investments, and locally investments too. So now going to SEDC, is not a new man there, again, in terms of developmental acumen. I'm happy and I'm sure that he will deliver on his mandate. Thank you very much. And can we still talk?
Yes.
The other one is the fire problem at New, yes, market fire. It's very, very saddening and unfortunate that that fire got the market there, and some other pockets here and there, even at Oka, 6th Avenue, there was fire incident there. But in terms of the market, I will suggest that normally when we enter the dry season, Harmattan season, there's prone that time is prone to fire incidents. I want to employ the market leaders to during that period to be extra vigilant in terms of how they secure the market from people that may intrude into the market.
What they do is, I think they close on 24th.
Okay.
To reopen in January, far into January, maybe first week or something.
Yeah,
to avoid people going there to trade
there.
and then the next, because of past experiences.
Past experience.
Yes, that they had.
That's another idea. The other market leaders will buy into. Yeah. Mm.
Okay. All right, IJ.
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay.
Okay, before now, there was an election that a River State man emerged as the president of Ohanese. So how do you see the inclusiveness of that socio-cultural organization, considering the fact that some people from rivers and even Delta States say they are not Igbos? And now a River State man is in the leadership of a topmost Igbo socio-cultural organization.
Yeah, thank you very much. This is not even the first time we are having such a South person. We've had one from Delta State. Forget that some out of 12 there should be Judas or Judases. Many Deltans, accept that they are Igbos, they have lineage to Igbo. So also for rivers. For some political reasons, some of the leaders in rivers and Delta, wanting to get some, political offices or attention from the northern elites or leaders, want to dissociate themselves from being an Igbo. But you see them dressing Igbo like putting a red cap chief,
speaking Igbo language. I had an encounter with a core member who was posted to ABS. That was 2 days ago. And when she came, she said, Chioma. She called her name and then her surname.
Okay.
So I said, okay. Then I spoke Igbo to her. She said she didn't understand. I said, but your name is, where are you from actually? She said she's from Rivers. I said, Rivers. What does Chioma mean? She said, good God. I said, you're Igbo. Are you? No, I'm not Igbo. I said, okay, speak your language. Let me hear. She spoke Igbo. A kind of Igbo. She said, but your Igbo is different. I said, it's not different. Just believe that it's Igbo. I heard what you said and I understood you. So why do this? So I think even the youths have been convinced that they are not Igbo. Their children these young ones have been told that they are not Igbo, and they keep living with it. And once you don't accept the fact that you're from your lineage, you have an issue, identity issue, and it might affect your life.
It's unfortunate. It's those political leaders that just want to, get something from the other side of the country because they think that those guys are those that wield the power.
You may need to raise your voice.
Yeah, those guys that wield power. So, but I still maintain that, very reasonable number of people on that divide accept the Igbos. You know, if you read what most of the people, the writers, right, you know that they trace their lineage to Igbo area. So they having the man from Rivers at the helm of affairs of Ohanes and Igbo is a good development, so that it will serve as inclusiveness.
Especially when he was not forced, he applied to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's finally look at the Armed Forces Remembrance Day. And what happened yesterday at the LSFPM Square? Do you think that this continue? Do we have to continue doing this? Looking at the fact that some people that fought in the past are complaining that Nigeria is not taking care of them. So what is the essence of this Remembrance Day?
Well, this one is to show that...
is it also political?
It's also political and showmanship. What I can advocate is, more of taking care of those guys you call fallen heroes. You can't be, showing off, and many of them are languishing, not having their pensions, not having their gratuities. So
even those that are still in service, not being taken care of appropriately, you get to the barracks of some of these people, and you start wondering, are these the people that you trust our lives and property in their hands when they are not happy, when they are not well taken care of? I think these are some of the things that Nigerian state need to look into. So celebrate me while I'm alive.
Alive, yes, that's correct. That's the difference between what we have in advanced climes and in this divide. Okay. Those guys in America and Europe, they are well taken care of, and they serve with dignity. What some of the things that plays out here is frustration. You can see.
So the kind of houses, quarters that we have.
so it's all part of the problem we have.
Thank you very much. Let's go to Daily Times, IJ.
Go on.
There on Daily Times, we have the screaming headlines. NAS directs NCS to block leakages to achieve 100 trillion naira. And then we also have reps commends Tinubu over NCS budget. CDS tasked military on security. FEMA is underfunded, says minister. And then Bayelsa community allegedly lost private refinery. Private refinery. Okay, loot. Okay, that's loot, not lights. Okay. Okay. That's what we have there. Can we take the next one, Punch? Well, we have 34.8% inflation rate triggers fears of rising prices, hardship. And then high demand for goods, services during Yuletide, cost inflation, says MBS. Federal government secures court order to seize general hydrocarbons cargo. Tinubu governors salute fallen heroes, pledge support for widows. That's very important. Then Ogun. Mapoli students differ over attack on deputy governor. Dogs kill Nigerian woman in Italy. And then Alaafin Owade reverse what? Okay, I didn't get that one.
Appointment in 30 days.
Okay.
Kingmakers tell Makinde.
Okay.
Okay, let's take another one or two other papers before we start talking. Vanguard newspaper is the next. And the banner headline there says, why Boko Haram bandits strive. Ex-generals, commanders, alleged NGOs, others aiding terrorists, with a whole lot of riders there.
That's Vanguard, right?
Yes, Vanguard newspaper. Yeah. Why war against Boko Haram, banditry, others is unending. Retired generals. I say NGOs, international agencies.
Let's have Vanguard on the screen, please.
Covertly aiding supply of arms to terrorists in forest. Who? international agencies. NGO says international agencies covertly aiding supply of arms to terrorists in forest. Explain why foreign countries refuse to sell arms to Nigeria. Note, locals covertly providing membership for terrorist groups. Laments efforts to prosecute terrorists. And then sponsors sabotaged by vested interest. You see, suggest ways out of security challenge. I think we're in a very big mess here. Okay, let's look at other stories before we start talking. Chetima, Akume, Akpabio, Abbas, others lay wells at Armed Forces Remembrance Day parade. Governors make donations, promises. Where are the donations going? Because the other paper I saw where the wives were complaining. Okay, from the sports angle, Super Eagles, big draws, Senegal, Congo, Sudan. Ascaf boss says Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda will be excellent hosts. Any other story of interest here?
Just
Nigeria missed OPEC quota as output rises 6.3% to 1,507 MBP per barrel.
okay.
APC, PDP, okay, hold on. APC, PDP thread blames over Edo election tribunal shooting. And then I wouldn't advise federal government on economic hardship. This is coming from Sanusi. Emir Sanusi. Israel, Hamas, reach Gaza ceasefire, hostage release deal. Oh, wow, good news. Very good news. Okay, you wanted to say something?
About the inflation rise to 34.8%. You know, and they are attributing it to demands of the festive period. So, Jerry, I don't know. What's your, with this kind of increase, 34.8% increase in, what is our fate? Where is Nigeria going to? How can the poor masses, you know, live with this? How can we survive?
That's a very, very disturbing, trend that we have witnessed. Before the festivities, it has been there, it has been on the rise, and people have been crying that the country is very harsh economically to the people. You don't talk of 1 million a day for some people. You see more of scavengers picking things in the dustbin. You see more of some mental, people that the hardship has put them into.
Has overbloated.
Yes. So, the prices of goods has gone beyond the reach of the ordinary man or common man, as we may wish to call it. So the problem is there for everybody to see. One is that.
Is there a way out? Okay, what is that?
One is that the federal government is still very, very reluctant and adamant in reversing itself on the fuel subsidy matter. Once that was done, the scenario changed. The hardship started. So, and if you are doing anything without, I promoted the incremental removal instead of a one-swoop removal. That's 100% removal. If you had been incremental, you say, I'm removing 40%. The 60% is still there with the people. So the hardship will not be like this. If the fuel, assuming that the president comes out this festive period and say, for this festive period, I'm bringing the price of fuel to 500 naira. I can tell you.
Never happened.
I can tell you.
He said it's subsidy or nothing.
I can tell you that the whole scenario should have changed, because that's the cocoa of the problem we have. You see goods go down, But if you say 1,200 naira to 1,050 naira, it doesn't change anything. So that's the problem. Then the government not still paying lip service to agriculture. That's another area you have to, because when you produce good, food, people will be happy eating and forget their problems. But the security is still hanging in there, making people to be afraid to go into their farms. Many of them are killed. So it's still a problem, food insecurity, So that's the problem. The government is not helping itself. I must be frank with you. It appears that they are, doing some window dressing with the security matter. Why do I say so? They have Sheikh Gumi, who is negotiating with the terrorists. Each time there's some problem, kidnapping and all that. Why is Sheikh Gumi still there? So you can't be telling me you're fighting insecurity and terrorists, and somebody is there negotiating with them. You have not done anything to the person. It makes nonsense of the whole thing.
Showing that the person could be a link.
Yes,
to those people.
To those people. It's going to them to discuss and come out, and then they inform you to bring this away. What kind of situation are we in? And apart from that, during the President Jonathan's era, he said that there are the insiders, terrorist group. The insiders in the government are the people that gives information to the terrorists, where they will strike and go free, where the army are, where they are stationed, and all that. So it's a whole gamut of problem. So,
okay.
And also don't forget that the government itself, during the era of Jonathan also contributed, though he was pressured by the northerners, the northern leaders. That time when Major General Azubike Ihejika was the army chief of staff, he just used all he has in arsenal to fight these terrorists, or that time they were Boko Haram, and was about exterminating them. The northern leaders cried to Jonathan, president, that this and Jonathan, yes, and withdraw the man from the team. That was the time when they now
look at where we are now.
The thing embodied
even those generals are now complaining. You said retired generals, others worry over fresh terror attacks in the northeast. That's on page 2 of Punch.
It was that during the era of Ifejika, this matter could have been nipped in the bud when he has dealt and estimated them. But because of that, it embodied them. They came in from outside countries. And to give us the problem we have.
Okay, well, one would be wondering, according to some of the writers that we have here, under the stories that ex-generals, commanders, alleged NGOs, others aiding terrorists. And one of the writers that is really giving me concern is the one that says, explain why foreign countries refuse to sell arms to Nigeria. So are they now saying that foreign countries are aiding and abetting terrorism in Nigeria, which, of course, that's what it implies. But secondly, they say that the efforts to prosecute these guys are being thwarted by vested interest in Nigeria. So why would somebody have a vested interest in a terrorist organization that is decimating, destroying your country?
They have some ulterior motives. Most of them make means of, money from Nigeria.
Just making money?
Yes, yes. Because, you know, those donor countries, they donate money to fund, you know, the IDP camps and all that. So many things. You know, they corner most of the money. It's unfortunate that we found ourselves in people who are not thinking of how their people will fare, rather what they can gain, you know. So that's the problem we have found ourselves in.
Okay. Let's quickly go over to other papers. We don't have much time. We have the Delhi Independent. Well, we have customers of 9 banks may not get alert. Others from January 27. As NCC okays disconnection of banks from USSD platforms. Tinubu okays recruitment of 5,000 personnel for NCOs. And it says, it has a rider, says, global synergy key to sustainable development. Nigerian equity investors suffer 2.09 trillion loss in 4 days. And going down, we have on these pages, citing security concerns, military bans drone in Northeast, that's page 29. Festive spending pushes Nigeria's inflation to 34.80%, page 7 of
like
the
we've not been
Independent.
spending during festivals. And always looking for a flimsy excuse. You know? National
Assembly commends FIRS for surpassing revenue target in 2024. Says tasked agency to step beyond 21.6 trillion naira to 25 trillion naira, and that will be paid by the masses. Okay, we'll go down. That's on page 7. We have Rivers PDP crisis. Air war emerges acting state chairman, page 6. Israel, Hamas reach a deal on Gaza ceasefire and then hostage release. Okay, that's on page 6. And then National Assembly rejects housing budget. Others minister to represent it, to bring it again, represent it. Okay, we have Tinubu asks Nigerians to shun violence, promote unity or peace, unity. And he says, Shetima, Akpabio, Abbas, others lay wreaths in honor of fallen heroes. These are what we have on Daily Independent.
Okay, let's continue and see if we can take all the papers. Go ahead.
Okay. Then on Guardian, we have the screaming headlines. War veterans, wives of fallen heroes, lament neglect despite promises. And we are also just at the top, we have Fabemi reveals surge in presidential pardon requests. Why we resist tax reform bills by NLC. And then Nigerians suffering from mismanagement, says Sanusi. Okay, when we go down again, we also see victims of Bodija explosion lament unfulfilled promises 1 year after. Lower inflation hinges on fiscal monetary efforts amid high food prices. And economists, shippers expressed worry over customs 2 trillion naira revenue target. Dated December, $500 tourism tax proposal exploitative, says NDCO, that's NITCOM. Federal government to distribute 75,000 naira to 70 million Nigerians. When are they starting? This is what we have here on the headlines.
Okay, let's
front page.
Let's push other papers now. Daily Trust is the next paper, and just below the net template we have the stories: Borno farmers killings, terrorists ambush soldiers, others recovering corpses. War on Gaza. Israel-Hamas seals ceasefire deal. Praising the congestion, federal government to pardon convicts, inaugurates committee. The banner headline here says, why I won't help Tinubu government. This is coming from Emir Sanusi. With a writer there says, President lacks credible team. Presidency.
More, not talking.
We are struggling to survive. Foreign heroes with it. That's why I say that you just come every year to do these ceremonies, and then it is not impactful on the lives of those that are really concerned about this. Military bans drone operation in North. We've seen that story. We've seen the inflation story. Senate queries State House over 5.9 billion naira spendings on vehicles. And I want to see the result of that query or the answer to that query maybe in the weeks coming, because that's all you are going to hear about this. Nigerian Tribune is our next paper. USSD debt. NNCC orders telcos to disconnect 9 banks. I hope my bank is not among them because I must get my alert. So. Ogun Deputy Governor escapes attack on students' protest. Nigeria's inflation rate increased to 34.8% in December. Shetima, governors pay tribute. PDP leadership crisis, national officers avoid Anyanwu amid secretarial disputes. Okay, PDP, APC, Tradewest as gunshots herald Edo State Governorship Election Tribunal. Gunshots in a tribunal. And then PCL remitted 10 trillion naira into Federation accounts since September 2024. Kiari, are you sure? We want to see the templates because very soon we'll hear that nothing has been remitted from that side. Southwest security stakeholders vow to resist a swap bandits invasion. Southwest, okay, we saw that story yesterday. Okay, can we look at what's going on in Gaza?
Okay, you read my mind. I was up. I noted it as one of the areas. Okay. I think what is playing out there is a cheering news, you know, because a lot of lives has gone down that battle area. A lot of properties has gone down there. Children, wives, husbands die, you know, on a daily basis. So that striking a deal is a sharing news, is a breeder, so that they see how they can mend fences or cool temper. We know how it started, but we have to be human. You know, we know that it was the Hamas group and the other this and that bombarded Israel and caused death of close to 2,000 people.
I think it's more than that.
So,
but are you looking at this as an end to the Gaza war between Israel and all their neighbors, not just Hamas, all their neighbors, the Palestinian and then if not, is it just a respite? Okay, just take a break and we're coming back.
These guys from the beginning, they are constructed to be at war. If you read the Bible and all that, you see that it's been there.
Which people? Israel?
The Palestinian, Hamas, and all this. Israelites at a time are on their own developing. But you see sudden attacks from these people, and that forces Israel to come out again. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm not foreseeing an end.
To the war?
To the war.
The Gaza war?
Yes. It's just a respite. It will continue.
And with this rumor that, Trump swearing in that Israel wasn't invited, do you foresee America still continuing as an ally, to Israel? With the coming of Trump?
No, is it not Trump? Is it not Trump that immediately he said Jerusalem?
Israeli streets.
Jerusalem.
I was just surprised when they said he didn't invite.
It's international politics.
Politics. Israeli, you can say Israel is America and America is Israel. There's no way they can...
Let's just take it as rumor.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're done, IJ.
Yeah, we are. Okay, thank you very much, Sir Jerry Obodo, for joining us this morning. And tomorrow morning, we'll bring a fresh package of press review. My name is Tijoma.
And my name is Ifi Onachuku. Ask you to stand by because on our discussion segment, we'll be having the discussion on the INEC's proposal for funding for 2027 elections. Thanks for joining us.
Okay.